Have you ever woken up in the morning and thought, where did my energy go? Like the spark you used to feel is just dimming a little more each year? Well, what if I told you that feeling isn't just part of getting older, and that with a few simple, science-backed tweaks to your daily routine, you could not only reclaim that vitality but potentially add a decade of vibrant, active years to your life? Now, I know what you might be thinking, easier said than done. But here's the good news, adding years to your life doesn't require drastic changes or punishing routines. In fact, the secrets to longevity are simpler than you'd think. Today, we're diving into 5 habits that researchers say can help you feel stronger, sharper, and more energized today, while giving your body the tools it needs to thrive for years to come. And the best part? They're all things you can start doing right now, right where you are. Let's start with something that might surprise you, the power of protein. Now, I'm not talking about choking down chalky shakes or eating steak every night. But here's the thing, after 60, our bodies become less efficient at using the protein we eat to maintain muscle. And muscle isn't just for lifting grandkids or carrying groceries, it's your body's metabolic engine. Lose too much, and your energy plummets, your balance suffers, and even your immune system takes a hit. Scary, right? But here's the fix, aim for a palm-sized portion of protein with every meal. Think eggs for breakfast, a handful of nuts at snack time, or grilled fish with dinner. And no, you don't need to measure grams, just make it a priority. My neighbor Bob, who's 68, started adding a scoop of Greek yogurt to his morning oatmeal. Within weeks, he told me he felt stronger climbing stairs and even started gardening again after years of saying, "Oh, my knees can't handle it." Small shifts, big results. Now, let's talk about moving your body, but here's the thing, it's not about running marathons or lifting heavy weights. In fact, pushing yourself too hard can do more harm than good. The key? Consistency over intensity. A 20-minute walk most days, some light stretching, or even dancing to your favorite oldies in the living room, that's the golden ticket. Studies show that regular movement lowers inflammation, boosts mood, and even helps your brain stay sharp. It's like oiling the hinges of a door, everything just works smoother. Take my friend Margaret. At 72, she told me she'd given up on exercise because her arthritis made everything hurt. Then her doctor suggested water aerobics, just 30 minutes, twice a week. Fast forward 6 months, and she's back to taking her grand dog on walks and even signed up for a beginner's Tai Chi class. The point is, find what feels good. Hate the gym? Try gardening. Knees ache? Swim or cycle. Your body's saying, thank you, every time you move, no matter how small. Now, these first 2 habits, fueling your body with protein and finding joy in movement, are like laying a strong foundation for a house. But there's another piece of the puzzle that's just as important, and it's not what you might expect. Let's keep building that foundation together, one step at a time. You know, when we talk about living longer and living better, it's not just about our muscles or our meals. There's something else that scientists say is just as vital, maybe even more so. It's what's happening up here. Your mindset. Now, I don't mean plastering on a smile when you're having a rough day, that's not real life. But research shows that how we frame our experiences, especially as we age, can literally reshape our health. Stress, loneliness, even how we talk to ourselves, they all leave fingerprints on our bodies. Here's a habit that might sound fluffy but packs a punch: practice gratitude. Not to write in a journal every night kind unless that's your thing, no rules here. It could be as simple as pausing during your morning coffee to think of one thing you're thankful for. Maybe it's the birds singing outside, a call from your daughter, or even that your knees let you walk to the mailbox today. Studies found that folks over 60 who regularly focus on gratitude have lower blood pressure, better sleep, and even stronger immune systems. It's like a vitamin for your soul. Take my cousin Edna. After her husband passed, she fell into a rut, couldn't see the point in much. Then her granddaughter bought her a gratitude jar. Every day, Edna drops in a slip of paper with something small that brought her joy. First strawberry of summer, neighbor waved hello, got through a crossword without my reading glasses. She told me, some days, that jar's the only thing that gets me out of bed. Now, she's volunteering at the library again. It's not about ignoring life's aches, it's about balancing the scales. Now, let's talk about something we all crave but don't always prioritize: connection. And I'm not just talking about family reunions or holiday dinners. Loneliness isn't just a feeling, it's a health risk. Researchers say chronic loneliness after 60 can be as damaging as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. But here's the flip side: staying socially engaged can add years to your life. And no, you don't need to be the life of the party. It's about finding little ways to weave people into your days. Think about Joanne, a viewer who wrote to me last month. She'd just moved to a new city and felt utterly invisible. Then she joined a weekly knitting group at her local library. Not because she loved knitting, she didn't, but because it gave her a reason to leave the house. Fast forward a year, she's teaching kids to knit scarves for shelters and has a standing lunch date with 2 women from the group. Turns out, she said, I needed the people more than the hobby. Now, you might be thinking, but I'm not a joiner. That's okay. Connection doesn't have to mean clubs or crowds. It could be a 10-minute phone call with an old coworker, waving to the mail carrier, or even chatting with the cashier at the grocery store. The key is to keep that sense of belonging alive. Because every time you do, you're telling your body and brain, we're still part of this world, and it's good to be here. Now, these 2 habits, nurturing a grateful mind and staying connected, are like sunshine and water for a plant. They help you grow in ways you can't always see, but you feel. And there's one last piece, something so simple we often overlook it. But trust me, it's the quiet hero of longevity. You know, we've talked about fueling your body, moving with joy, nurturing your mindset, and staying connected. But there's one habit that ties them all together, a quiet powerhouse that's often overlooked. It's sleep. Not just any sleep, though, the deep, restorative kind that leaves you feeling refreshed, not foggy. And here's the kicker: after 60, quality sleep isn't a luxury, it's a lifeline. Now, I get it, sleep can feel elusive as we age. Maybe you wake up at 3 a.m. and stare at the ceiling, or you nap during the day and wonder why nighttime feels so long. But here's what the science says: poor sleep is linked to everything from memory lapses to heart issues. On the flip side, good sleep helps repair cells, sharpen your brain, and even regulate your mood. It's like a nightly tune-up for your entire body. So, how do we reclaim those restful nights? First, let's ditch the idea of powering through. Your body isn't 25 anymore, and that's okay. Start with a consistent bedtime, even on weekends. Your brain loves routine. Next, make your bedroom a sanctuary. Cool, dark, and quiet. If streetlights bother you, try blackout curtains. And that TV? Move it out of the bedroom. Screens mess with melatonin, the hormone that whispers, time to sleep. Take my friend Helen. She used to watch the news right before bed, said it helped her unwind. But she'd lie awake worrying about the world. Her doctor suggested swapping the news for soft music or a light novel. Within a week, she was sleeping through the night. Turns out, she told me, I didn't need sleeping pills, I needed less doom scrolling. And here's a tip you might not expect: daylight. Getting outside for just 15 minutes in the morning resets your internal clock. It tells your body, hey, it's daytime, save the snoozing for later. Even on cloudy days, natural light works wonders. Now, let's tie this all together. We've covered 5 habits: prioritizing protein, moving with joy, practicing gratitude, staying connected, and honoring sleep. But here's the secret: they're all threads in the same tapestry. Protein keeps your muscles strong so you can move. Movement lifts your mood, making gratitude easier. Gratitude softens stress, which helps you sleep. And sleep? It gives you the energy to connect with others. It's a beautiful cycle. Remember, this isn't about perfection. Miss a walk? Forgot your protein at lunch? That's okay. Progress, not perfection. Even tiny shifts, like adding a handful of nuts to your snack or calling a friend once a week, add up. My dad used to say, "You don't stop laughing because you grow old, you grow old because you stop laughing." So keep finding joy. Keep showing up for yourself, one small step at a time. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's one habit you'll try this week? Share it in the comments, inspire someone else on this journey. And if this video resonated with you, hit like and subscribe. Together, let's build a community thriving with energy, wisdom, and yes, a few good laughs along the way. Here's to waking up each day feeling a little brighter, a little stronger, and ready to embrace the gift of time. After all, age isn't just a number, it's a badge of resilience. Wear it proudly, my friends. You know, there's a saying I love, movement is medicine. And I don't mean the kind that comes in a bottle or a prescription pad. I'm talking about the kind that wakes up your joints, lifts your spirit, and reminds you, with every step, that your body is still alive with possibility. But here's the truth, movement isn't just about adding years to your life, it's about adding life to your years. Let's talk about my buddy Frank. At 75, he told me he'd retired from exercise. "My running days are over," he'd say. Then his grandson invited him on a grandpa hike, just a flat, easy mile through the woods. Frank almost said no. But that hour outside, shuffling through leaves and laughing at squirrels, changed something. Now, he does that same hike every Sunday. Some days, he only makes it halfway. But he says, it's not about the distance. It's about showing up. And guess what? His doctor just took him off one of his blood pressure meds. That's the power of movement. Now, I'm not saying you need to hike or even break a sweat. The science is clear. Any regular movement, walking, swimming, chair yoga, even vacuuming with gusto, can lower your risk of heart disease, sharpen your memory, and ease arthritis stiffness. It's like giving your body a daily tune-up. But here's the key, find what feels good. If you dread it, you won't stick with it. Love birdwatching? Make that your exercise, walk to a park and wander. Adore Sinatra? Dance while you fold laundry. Your body doesn't care how fancy it is, it just cares that you move. And if pain or fatigue holds you back, meet yourself where you are. My friend Rosa uses a walker, but every morning, she does dance circles with her arms while sitting in her favorite chair. "It's my victory lap," she says. The point isn't intensity, it's consistency. 5 minutes today, 6 tomorrow, progress is progress. Here's what I want you to remember, every time you choose to move, you're voting for your future. You're telling your body, I still need you, strong, steady, and ready for adventure. Maybe today that's a walk to the mailbox. Maybe it's stretching while the kettle boils. Or maybe it's saying yes to a grandkid's invitation to play. Whatever it is, celebrate it. Because you're not just burning calories, you're building confidence. You're proving to yourself, again and again, that you're still capable of growth. So here's my challenge to you, this week, reclaim one moment for movement. Dust off those shoes in the closet. Take the stairs instead of the elevator, even if it's just one flight. Or march in place during the TV commercials. And when you do, come back here and tell me about it in the comments. Let's inspire each other. Because every step you take is a whisper to the world, I'm still here. I'm still strong. And I'm just getting started. Don't forget to hit like if this resonated with you, and subscribe for more ways to thrive after 60. Now go on, get out there and show life what you're made of. The best view is always ahead.